It's Jesse and Tim. He's a YouTube star.
Time to visit the Southern Shaolin Temple.
Welcome to Quanzhou Shaolin Temple.
Kind of had an interesting theme for the last 2 days. We went to all kinds of different temples for all kinds of different religions. Hi, I'm Ace from Colorado.
And I'm Nick.
Welcome back to our Quanzhou tour. Today, the second day, the theme was kind of martial arts related. We went to the Southern Shaolin Temple and learned all about Wuzu with Master Zhang. I visited the Southern Shaolin Temple 20 years ago. Now, returning here, I've noticed how much has changed.
To us, and many Westerners, it feels like all Chinese should know how to do Kung Fu.
But is it really true? Stick with us to find out for yourself. Here we are at the Shaolin Temple.
Finally here, guys. This is what we've came to Quanzhou for.
This is what I've been waiting for. And we're going to meet, I don't think he's the head abbot. We can clarify in a second, but he's
definitely high rank though.
I think he's like the second in command. He's in charge of like media and introducing the temple. So we're going to meet with him.
I've heard he could be a pretty strict teacher.
Yeah,
maybe he'll show us some moves.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So, 师傅你好. The first time I was here was over 21 years ago, so maybe I forgot some stuff. So 你可以介绍这个少林寺还有你自己还有南少林寺、北少林寺的区别。
我是少林寺的当家师啊，我叫李成。
So this is Master Licheng, and he was mentioning. So you said you came here 21 years ago, and it just had this hall in the back. Under the abbot Changding, they've developed over this past 2 decades into the massive complex you see now. He is very young, the abbot, when he first came here. He was only 23 years old.
Yeah, could you imagine that, you guys? 23 years old
the head of a
and
temple.
Dedicating yourself to a monk life. That's very impressive.
So let's head up to the hall. So this main hall was established in 1992. 92年的，对吗？ Yes.
所以你看，我们都是一些红装。
Okay, the red
砖头都红色，是吧？红
Oh, so they all have the red colors.
对，还有一些燕尾旗，还有一个出砖入室，这是我们闽南的一个特色。
Okay. It looks like we're gonna get
access.
They're opening the gates for us. Stepping over. Oh, look who it is. It's Professor Hong Lao Shi.
那我们进来到寺院里面，就自然而然就心很静，很庄严。
Yeah.
These are the 18
Lohans.
Yeah.
They have Amida Buddha, the Sakyamuni Buddha, and the Medicine Buddha.
所以我们经常听的就是有时候故事啊、电影、小说看的，降龙罗汉、伏虎罗汉，你看就前面这两尊。
Oh, okay. You can see the 18 Lohans on the side. Yeah.
对，一边是降龙，一边是伏虎。
Yeah. Think about that, guys. Everybody here can practice Kung Fu. Everybody.
Yeah, they have to. It's
from the top to the bottom, everybody needs to know Kung Fu.
对，特别是在我们这个泉州，从小挨家挨户都有一种尚武之风，就是有喜欢武术这种风气。所以我们每个人都会喜欢去练武术。
Yeah, so that's why we're here.
Yeah,
because we like
that's
wushu.
right.
Yeah.
So this is the place for Kung Fu lovers,
Quanzhou.
not just the Buddhists, but you need to be a Kung Fu lover and a monk.
All right, I think we're headed to the Muranzhuang, the wooden man. Now, Master Licheng is going to show us the real Kung Fu.
这种堆的底盘呢，这个有个要求非常高。第二呢，它的发力每一下都吞吐气。
Okay, so this probably might get cut out, but as you can tell, it's rainy today, so they're practicing in the rain here. Master Licheng is going to let us experience the charm of the Southern Wuzu fist with the other monks here.
我们先看一下我们南方的这个冲拳跟北方的一个区别。
Okay, so we're going to come closer to hear the sound. The difference between the southern and the northern style of horse stance punch. They have the fist here rather than here, so further up. Okay, so now we're gonna learn. So now the sound, get ready to make the ha. Okay, so so you want to have this twisting, piercing power, yeah. Nick and I have been watching Kung Fu movies since childhood, and we've always dreamed of trying the Mei Hua Zhuang. Today is the day.
Welcome to Quanzhou Shaolin Temple. Come on.
So we got to practice some basics, and then kind of a dream come true. Like I said, always watching like Kung Fu movies and like Dragon Ball. You always see them training on the Mayflower posts. The master gave us a bit of his time. He's a very busy man, so he has many other things to do, many responsibilities to attend to. So he had to go. Professor Hong's back, and he's going to introduce the rest of the temple grounds to us. And so yeah, let's say hi. Hong Lao Shi. 又见面了. So we meet again. The four main temples of Quanzhou. So Kairen Temple, 崇湖 Temple,
承天寺
Chengtian Temple,
泉州南少林寺
the Southern Shaolin Temple. Yeah, so these are like the four guardian temples, yeah?
泉州的标志。好，
So
我们进去看一下。
there's some differences between the Southern Shaolin Temple here at Quanzhou and the Northern Shaolin Temple in Henan province. What they say, Southern fist and Northern leg. This is how to describe, one way to describe martial arts in China. Okay, so Southern martial arts usually are hand techniques as the main perspective, whereas Northern techniques, they focus on the legs. Most Buddhist temples will kind of have a similar temple structure layout. So you'll have the two bell towers and the entrance. So now we're at the Hall of the Heavenly Kings. When you come to the entrance, you'll notice the four gate guardians. First, you want to pay respects to the Mila Fu, the future Buddha. You lead by paying respects to Wei Tuo. So now we're going to go to the Hall of Heroes, which we saw earlier. So it's kind of like this standard. There's the three different levels. You go up the center line here, and you go up a level each time. The Southern Shaolin Temple was established during the Tang Dynasty. Legend has it that monks from the Northern Shaolin Temple came south to help fight pirates. It is open to Kung Fu lovers of different ages and has even had students from overseas. Anyone can study Kung Fu at the temple, as there's no prerequisite to be a monk. At the same time, Southern Shaolin is a Buddhist temple like any other in China. Amid the Bodhi trees and imposing statues, monks study the teachings of Buddha, and ordinary people go to pray and burn incense. Now, after touring by Honglao Shi, we're going to have a special lunch in the vegetarian restaurant here. So is this here? 都是怎么说？少林有茶。Let's see. Most Buddhist temples will have like a vegetarian restaurant or provide vegetarian food. So I'll try to give a quick overview, and then I'm gonna grab some food. But a lot to pick from. I got cauliflowers already. I've always been a big fan of cauliflower. Looks like there's a little spice on these, yeah? I'm gonna get some mushrooms, yeah? Cool. That looks really good. They got white rice right here too, but I'm gonna stick with black rice today. It's been a while since I've had some great black rice. Some tofu, a must. Oh yeah, eggplant. Okay, so this is my first plate. So I'll throw this down right here. I'll put my water bottle beside it so I know it's mine and nobody takes my feast I'm working up for myself here. Another, we had it when we were on West Street, Xijie, is we had the guotang. Oh, we had this yesterday. So we're gonna get more of this. Yeah. As I mentioned yesterday, I love legumes and beans. So some of this jelly. This looks good. Okay. And then I add this. Okay. Grab some cherry tomatoes too. Full. Maybe just right. Okay. Now I need a spoon and chopsticks. Got the main course. I think I do want to get some of those fish balls too. Oh. What you grabbing, Nick? A little bit of everything? Glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, see, Nick, besides the cauliflowers, I think Nick got completely different stuff than me.
Yeah.
So,
Gotta get the bitter melon. It's good for your body, right?
It is good, yeah?
Yeah.
I was looking for it. I didn't end up grabbing it, so maybe I'll grab some. Oh, yeah. Gotta get a good bit of the sauce there, too. The soup. I might get a little more in a little bit, but I think this is going to be good for me now because I want to make sure I can eat all of it and not waste it. So.
All right.
Well, did they have char?
They did. So
They got everything. Yeah.
I got some Shanwanshan type noodles. They're chilled with some chili oil, a little bit spicy but very good. Of course, got to go with the dolphin skin. Dolphin skin is also very good, delicious.
A little bit like Indian style, but you can see it looks very delicious. It's just like the fried vegetables together.
Oh, there it is. The bamboo shoots. You got to feel.
Probably my favorite.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Bitter melon.
Bitter melon.
Kungfu. It's very good for your body. It's good for your health, especially in wintertime. It'll keep you healthy.
If you're ever in China, and if you're ever at the Quanzhou Southern Shaolin Temple, they usually have a really decent, if not amazing, vegetarian restaurant attached to them, yeah?
I've never been vegetarian. No desire to go vegetarian. Still good. I'm still full. I'm enjoying this.
So there you go. Not just my bias. Glowing review from both of us. So Nick went to get more dessert, and I'm almost done and ready for my dessert. I think that's a good place to cut it for now, because it looks like the battery is running low. So that'll be it for a second. Next, where we're headed next is the Shanwaishan Wushu champion. I think we're going to explore around there, so maybe we'll get to see some more Kung Fu. I don't know if this is DD. We're in a Uber-like, DD-like service. There's a lot of them here in China. You can just get them straight off of your map. You can just point to the location and go. And the location we're going to, after we are now filled up with some Shaolin goodness in the vegetarian restaurant we were just at, we're now going to the Shanwaishan Wushu Huiguan, which has like a national champion there. Oh. So I think we're gonna maybe see some more Kung Fu, maybe tour around like the facilities there.
So yeah, maybe could you explain to us a little bit like the difference between like Shaolin Kung Fu and like Wushu? Because I think for a lot of us that line between the two is a little bit blurred.
A little blurred.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So we could see some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see. This will be interesting too. So, we just made it to Shanwaishan Martial. So we're gonna meet a very famous master of Wuzu trend. Master Zhang will introduce us to his famous Kung Fu school here. So this is Zhang Hui. This is Master Zhang. 你好，你好。Yeah. This Woodman 武术拳有特色的练习方法还是？
桩其实都一样，就是说你通过这个桩，我们可以按自己的方式来练习。
OK，
比如说我们五祖拳的桩，它这个桩，它是桩是咏春拳，但我们可以用我们自己的方式来体会这个力点，每一个力度，因为他在练习的过程中，像我们进来走的时候要往前推的一种感觉，刚柔相济，不能太刚，他呼吸要能够跟得上，要能跟得上，每一个动作他都能够呼吸。
看起来是硬的，确实是有硬，但是不是
有弹性的。
对，有弹性的。谢谢。Yeah.
那我们去武馆。
So let's go to the school. 你有多少，或者你教过多少大概徒弟
？2万多，快3万。
Oh, so almost 30. He's taught almost 30,000 people. 厉害。Oh, okay, yeah. This looks like a gym, yeah.
Yeah.
Martial arts gym. 蓝色的，对。
蓝色的。
United States 甭冲应该是
在那个纽泽西。
Oh, okay. So he's got all different accolades up here, as well as when he went to 这个是马来西亚 and the U.S. Yeah, let me see. So all his accolades and different places he's been to. Wanted to check out the heavy bags. Oh my God.
没有打这种桩的，都小孩子在打。
Oh, okay.
我们打这种，我们都用打这个。
Oh my God.
慢一点的。我试着慢一点。
So let's see Nick give it a try.
轻轻打的。
慢一点的，对。
let me see too, buddy. Oh yeah. 所以这个也是一种
练就舞姿，我们叫敲舞姿。
他们就是2个人一起。
对对，2个人一起，2个人要这样敲，这样敲，这样敲。然后这个打呢，要把它用腰。
Oh, yes. Putting his weight into that. Oh.
Yeah. 起来的一样，起来这样。
Oh yeah. So yeah, he can. I'm off balance. Yeah. So this is it's motivating me to practice more kung fu, but I have a long way to go, if ever.
空腹啊，推出去。像这个有160斤嘛，就等于一个人的体重。
160斤 So about as heavy as.
一个人一个人向你撞过来，一个人给你撞过来，停止。
Oh my God.
把它停止掉啊！说撞，你给他发力，啪就停了。
就一个人就打你一次就。
五祖拳的基本功，然后这个拍。
So these are the basics of Wuzu Chen. See, I could okay, yeah. See, he's just busting these out.
Yeah.
And he's just playing around with it.
Yeah. 你不光是可以的。
痛。空手道也有，这个叫怪，so 怪。
2个可以交叉，可以走。
Yeah, flip it around.
变化。
怪。Yeah. So even in traditional martial arts, they incorporate like new techniques as well. Because if you just do forms, you don't know how to fight, then it's not gonna matter if you just do forms by yourself. 我们可以学一点点的三千
OK
就这几分
Samchen, literally 3 battles, refers primarily to the 3 stages that Wuzu practitioners can achieve.
用腰，对了，这力量就大了。为什么踩你啊？你马步这样子，我再这样上来，就这样，好嘞。 整个人就摔了用脚来绊人，好，开，好，切，这切是力点在这里。
Ooh, yeah.
下面左手垫着，推，沉过去，
然后
吞，哎，那么肩膀过来找我，哦，这个手吞，这个手不能扁，这扁掉
OK，
始终保持这个始终在肩膀的外面，哦，进来，对，走。
Yeah.
吞吐沉浮，好，那你一旦用力，那你啪呀
Yep.
走了啊。还有一个就是你看，你往这边走，它在这里呢。
Oh my God. Yeah.
对，进，吸气，连续吸四个肚脐，好，退，吸气。
Yeah, wow, thank you. Wow,
Yeah.
that was great. We learned something new.
Thank you, Master Zhang. Yeah.
Thank you, Master Zhang.
Learned a lot. So, that's the difference when you meet here in China. You meet a lot of people who maybe know Tai Chi in the park or something. Maybe know a little Kung Fu. But that's like the difference between meeting like a real Kung Fu master and he says he's a hobbyist, but I don't know. My guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty
That was so. We've had to say many goodbyes already. We just said goodbye to Master Zhang. Now we have to say goodbye to our esteemed host, Master Hong. Yeah, Professor Hong.
好，我们下次再见。欢迎来泉州。好，
下次再见。非常感谢你。
新年快乐！
新年快乐，身体健康。
Next, we're going to Zhengchenggong Park. We'll take a taxi. This park is not only famous for its historical significance, but also for its stunning views of the entire city.
So we're at the last stop for today, Zhengchenggong Park. This park is up on the hills because there's a giant statue of Zhengchenggong built on the, I guess the summit. And then maybe we'll do some more Kung Fu on top of the summit. We'll see. As you'll notice in China, a lot of hikes also have nice steps provided. So it makes it a little easier. Okay, so here at the end of the day, what we're thinking is we're here up in Zhengchenggong Park, right under this massive statue. Yeah, and we're going to try to practice Sanjian, but it's Samchen. So
yeah.
Let's see how much we can remember. Hopefully we've got it. If not, practice makes perfect. So it's at least a first step, yeah?
Okay.
Ready? We step out, down, back, fist. Then back, right hand's a fist, out. Then out. And we step. I know that. So we come in, out, down, back, and down. Then you can step back and practice it too. In, up, out, down, back, out, then down. Now, here comes the hard part. We step out, break, come back, down, strike, side hand, thrust, wash the face, out, wash the face again, come back, salute, back, down, then up. Not perfect, but we can work on it. Yeah.
Last day.
It's our last day. We're headed to the train station now. Quanzhou East or West?
Yeah,
I forget.
Quanzhou East Station. Time to go back, and it's actually a special time of year here in China. It's actually a spring festival time,
yeah. So
which is huge.
It's the biggest holiday in China. Oh, I see our car here. Let's head on in and see you at the train station.
All right, catch you guys later.
So we made it back. We're about to go through the security check. It's actually very quick and easy here in China for the high-speed trains. for the most part, you can just use your passport now. You sometimes, as a foreigner, have to go to the in-person check, but the whole time I've lived here in China, it's only got easier and easier. Here we are, security check. Standard security check, just like at any airport. So let's scan our bags. Got my passport, got my luggage, let's go.
That's the other thing too that's nice about here in China is it feels very safe in the public transportation hubs, so never really have to worry. And then also if you look here, all these buildings are new, so they all have like shiny floors, everything's clean. And if you need to buy snacks, they've always got like lots of little shops here.
Some restaurants. I don't know if we can show any of them because of the names. They even got like the charging stations, rental chargers, where you can just rent like a power pack. All you need to do is scan the QR code. And this is so we were mentioning you don't need to have a pay ticket, but if you're old school or I don't know, you just prefer it, you can still print out the paper ticket too. Oh, going up the escalator.
Please be careful.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if that recorded, but
English and Chinese.
English and Chinese. We both speak Chinese, but everywhere I've been in China, they have English translations of everything, so really easy to travel. I mean, we've toured the whole, almost the whole station. I think we'll be getting on up here. Does it say Shanghai? Ours might not even be up on the board yet. And maybe we missed the peak end of the Chinese New Year season.
Yeah.
And we are off, leaving Quanzhou east, heading back for Shanghai.
How's it going, everyone? As you can see, we are on the train back home to Shanghai. And what a trip, yeah, man?
Yeah, that was amazing. We're leaving Quanzhou with maybe heavy hearts, but good memories.
What was your favorite part of the trip? We saw so much.
Yeah, we saw so much. We did so much in the last 3 days. I guess, first going into Quanzhou and then going to Xijie, or the West Street, as it's known, having some delicious street foods. What was your favorite?
It tasted good, but once I found out what it was quite the experience. The worm and the jelly there. Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly delicious, although a little out there.
A little out there, yeah. But different strokes for different folks, different flavors.
We got to see all the temples around the area, and then we also got to see the mosques, and we got to see Taoist temples, we got to see Buddhist temples. I think for me, the one that left the biggest impression was possibly the first one, Kaiyuan Temple, just because it was amazing seeing Sun Wukong and getting to be just like in Black Myth Wukong. So that was pretty fun too.
Oh, yeah, it was technically day 2. That was the first day of our non-travel time. But for the third day, I guess my favorite temple out of all of them was, of course, the Shaolin Temple.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there, but the Shaolin Temple was amazing. It was like a dream come true.
We're on a train, it's a public place, so
yeah.
This is this real experience here in China. The third day, we also got to meet Master Zhang.
Oh, Master Zhang was definitely one of the coolest parts. Zhang was awesome.
Now we're headed back. We're taking the train again. The real Kungfu was the friends we made along the way. Quanzhou is definitely one of, I think, the top destinations in all of China. All the world.
All the world for sure. And I think Quanzhou doesn't get mentioned enough when we're talking about traveling in China, because we say things like Shanghai, Beijing.
Beijing, I went to see the Great Wall. I went to see the Terracotta Warriors,
That's right. But I say, come to Quanzhou. Even if there's not a lot of other foreigners there, the people are extremely warm and welcoming, and it's an unforgettable experience.
Yes, so Quanzhou, top destination.
Top destination in China, top destination in the world.
Boom.